Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Another little tiny item review for EDC and general preparedness. Was thinking tonight after I did my little emergency car heater video, I was wondering if I need to go over anything else that I had that I tend to carry all the time and use a lot, or just have around on a day-to-day basis. And I actually looked at my wallet and remembered this thing. Use it all the time. This thing has a lot of different little names, but generally it's an 11 function, 11 piece credit card size survival kit or tool. Survival tool is probably the better name for it. And I don't know if I'd call this a survival tool. I would just call this an alternative to a multi-tool. I like my multi-tools. I like having my little multi-tools around, but I can't always dress to have them around. Can't always have them with me all the time. This I can have in my wallet all the time. I use this thing fairly frequently, probably a couple times a week for various purposes, that sort of thing. I like having it around. People are always amazed when I whip out my wallet and pull this out when they need something done, like a screw tightened, or a can opener, or a loose string cut off, anything like that. So anyway, this thing is a single piece of stainless steel, flat little thing, very thin, but not cheaply thin. This thing's sturdy. You're not going to be able to bend this or break it, anything like that. This thing will probably last you a lifetime. 11 functions overall. Now, before I go into the 11 functions, it comes with this little cheap plasticized little container to keep it in, just to keep from cutting up other things, keep from marring things up. Not real heavy duty, but it works just fine. The one I carry every day is a little rough looking. This is not it. I just didn't go get my wallet. I grabbed one of my spare ones. I got lots of these. Tend to give these away as gifts, stuff like that. Like them a lot. But so little cheap plastic little wallet cover. Nothing special there. But what's also nice and interesting, it comes with a little insert of the 11 functions and a little diagram of what those 11 functions are. Now, let's go through things. Now, first of all, what I think is probably one of the best things about this, you got a little can opener here. Okay? So, stranded out in the wilderness, bugged out. We're out in the wilderness, we've got canned goods. Oh my God, we forgot our can opener. Where do we store the can opener? In the back of our car. Where do we put our little military can openers, the little small ones that go on your keychain and all that? Well, hopefully that's on your keychain. But as long as you got your wallet, you got a can opener here. So, pretty decent little can opener. I have used them before. Not this one. This is a fresh one I just pulled out tonight. I've probably got 10, 12 of these things. Now, this thing's pretty dull to start with, as is the edge here. So, I did sharpen this up. I've sharpened all of them except for a handful I've got still in the little blister cards. So I've got this sharp so I can use it as a cutting edge if I had to, that little edge there, to slice on things, that sort of thing. Next, you have a bit of a knife edge here. Don't know how well you can see that. Right there's the knife edge. Not a very large knife edge. You're not going to be batoning or chopping anything down with that thing. But having a cutting edge is always a bonus. One of the hardest things to find in the woods is a decent cutting tool. So I did sharpen that up as well. I would not say it's razor sharp. It's only got a kind of a chisel edge, only sharp on the one end. Backside there is flat. You can see that. But I don't know. If I absolutely had to, could I use this can opener edge to gut open a fish, use this sharp edge to scale it, clean it out? Yeah, I could. I probably wouldn't want to. I'd use my pocket knife, but if I absolutely had to, and this is all I had, I could get by with it. So, next you got a flathead screwdriver, edge right here. Not entirely sure how, there we go. How well you can see that. I use that the most probably. That's probably the #1 function I use this thing for. My little Brown and Buck mark, the grips on it, the grip screw tends to work its way loose fairly frequently. So I'm at the range going, shoot, I forgot to bring a screwdriver or a multi-tool with me. And I'll pull this thing out and readjust my grip, or any number of little things that you need a flathead for. No Phillips on this, but so be it. Now moving our way around, got a little rulers segment there. That's 4 centimeters. This whole thing is in centimeters. There's no inches on the back side, though that would be a nice addition, but hey, what can you say? Do you necessarily need to measure everything in the world outside in the wilderness? Probably not, but hey, it's a nice little addition. It's just there. Let's see here now. Moving along, we've got a bottle opener here, which should have been obvious. You've seen that. Use that fairly often. I know plenty of people keep church keys and all that sort of stuff in their pockets and on their keychains, but I don't tend to do that. It takes up too much space. This does the job just fine. So, got your little bottle opener there. You got a 4-position wrench here. See that there? For various bolts and hex heads, that type of stuff. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to work things off with this thing, trying to spin it and twist it and all that, but it's better to have something to do the job than nothing at all. So, a little bit of a bonus there. Got this right here. That's your butterfly screw wrench. Next, you're going to have the saw blade here on this side, just below your can opener here. This is a double-sided little saw. Doubt the camera. There you go. I think the camera's going to focus on that, but there it is. Very short. You're not going to be cutting down any trees with it, but if you couldn't pick up any scrap wood or anything like that, you need to cut down some smaller little twigs and branches off of something in a hurry, you can grab this fairly easily and saw on things. I've done that with one of mine just to say, again, it's not tremendous, it's not the best thing in the world, but hey, it's a little saw edge. It's got some uses. Right here you've got a large hole there with all your little compass points on it. Not entirely sure how useful that is. It's called the direction ancillary indicator. I guess that's supposed to be used with a cheap little compass or something. Anyway, another little wrench head, 2-position wrench head there. Right there. And of course you got a lanyard hole, which they also say other than a lanyard you can also use this thing for keychain carry. I would not do that with this thing if you've sharpened up your blade and your can opener. This is just too big and bulky for my keychain. I'd rather have it in my wallet, flat and out of the way, and just about forgotten. A lot of times I forget I have this thing. When I first started carrying it, a few times I would forget that I had it. I go, shoot, I wish I had a screwdriver. And after that, I go, oh, actually I do. So, anyway, these things run, if you look them up on Amazon, they're going to be about $5 to $6 a piece. Don't pay that price, guys. Is it worth that? Yeah, probably. Still don't pay it. Go on BudK, some of your discount sites. With your other orders, you can get these for 99 cents a piece. For $1, they're a steal. I tend to order these 5 at a time. Give a bunch away, just to have them. They're nice. They're not going to go bad on you. They're not going to rust up. Generally, I keep them in the blister cards, but I keep a few out that I've opened and sharpened up. Just those ones I use as gifts. So for $1, this thing is tremendous. Use it all the time. Can't say enough good things about it. Again, for $1, you can't go wrong. Again, it's a little heavy, but it's about the thickness, a little bit more of a credit card. You're never going to notice it's there if you carry it every day, guys. Now, the other little thing I want to mention, just because I don't want to do a whole separate video on it, other thing I keep in my wallet with the rest of my credit cards, this one's obviously from Ben's Backwoods, one of my favorite little dealers of Morinized, Fresnel Lens. You can get these at Books A Million and bookstores and survival stores and all that. Not the most everyday general purpose thing. I've never had to use this. It's a nice little magnifier. Don't know if you can see how that magnifies there. Got triple reading, something like a small map, something like that. You pull it out, you can see your map. So that's probably what you're going to use this for the most. But this thing's small, it's light. I think it cost me about $1, about the same price as my multi-tool. Well, multi-tool is better overall for general purpose. But you can also use this for starting a fire if you've got a good sunny day. You can get a decent image there and basically focus things just like you would a magnifying glass. There's plenty of other videos online about using Fresnel Lens for fire starting. So I'm not going to go into that, but just thought I'd throw that here. And at the end, didn't want to do a whole video on this little cheap little thing. I bought a bunch of these. I think I bought them in a 5-pack for a few bucks. So has a little pack, little sleeve for it so you don't scratch it up to keep it nice and pristine. So I keep one of these all the time in my wallet just to have it. Very rarely use it. I know all the roads around here, so I don't really need to look at a map, but if I was on the road, I may use it. Again, probably not going to use fire from a Fresnel Lens as long as I've got a match or something else around, but it's a good backup. Again, backup to your backup to your backup. This weighs nothing. Again, it costs about $1.50. So my everyday wallet carry is going to be your little 11-piece multi-tool card and a little Fresnel Lens just because I can. Hope that was helpful, guys. Just thought I'd share it. MD Prepper out.